I have been debating a lot recently, and then you people will need to understand this. I know you will, but if I speak to you very politely and slowly about this, I know you will begin to understand this. Many of you, especially those that have said grew up with me in my village, know that we grew up from humble beginnings. We were raised by parents who were poor materially, but they were very rich in faith, in love, and their determination and focus on what is right in society. And for the entire time that I have served in the public service for 10 years as a minister, for which I thank the Lord. I didn't have anything special. I didn't have to be the one appointed. It's just by the grace of God that I got the opportunity. Every single day, for which I thank God and for which I'm happy, was an experience of humility and very humbling. And every time, and then recently when I started doing this, I've been telling my friends, I don't know whether people know how emotional and how humbling public service can be. Let me give you 2 examples. I acted briefly at the Ministry of Lands, and the minister stepped aside. And every day, I would come into the office and you see, how people are suffering and so on. You see crowds of people in areas on the ground floor. So I decided that I would tell my peers and the other people to create a small office for me, so that on Wednesday, on the ground floor, instead of asking Wananchi and other people to come up, to create a small office for me on the ground floor where I could meet those people who had urgent problems that they thought the minister would solve. I didn't use the office for long, for this simple reason. I discovered that it was going to become a health issue to me, because it was going to be, you can emotionally, sometimes you hear things, you go home, you can't even sleep. Because you see, when a widow walks to you and tells you that she has lost her land to people because of fraud involving even public officials, and this poor widow cried, the people who have developed their countries, all these things we admire. My dear sister Rina, the systems work here, I agree with you. These people are not from us. They're human beings that just agreed to get stuff done, get your work done. That's all. They're not from us. Just that they know 2 and 2 is 4. That's all. They will not import rice when their rice farmers have got rice in their stores. They know our low level of political accountability is worrying. And look, as one politician in this country said, don't agonize, organize. That's right. So, let's not agonize. Let's not spend all our time describing our problems. Let's spend a lot of it looking for solutions and organizing ourselves on how we are going to move forward. I never end any remarks these days without saying this. Like you, I have incredible faith in my country. There is nothing wrong with Kenya. Our country is great and God has blessed us in a wonderful country. As I have proved before in public service, even here from this podium, I can give you names of over 50 public servants I worked with before. Because when I arrived in any department, I asked people, first of all, I asked my boss, the president, because you are the one who has asked for votes from Kenyans, so the covenant is between you and Kenyans. I am your program officer. What do you want me to do when I get there? He tells me, like in the case of the Ministry of Education, this thing about the examination cheating is going to destroy us as a country. We have a problem with learning content. Figure out how we can resolve the problem, and so on. So I tell him, boss, mimi ni mtu wa kazi, tomorrow tumeanza. And every time you go there, you meet wonderful people. That is when I work very closely with the late my brother Professor Magoa, and all these people. When you sit down, you are brilliant. I mean, we are spoiled for choice. It's shocking that we are performing the way we are in some cases. Smart people who have got solutions. I call in the leaders of the secondary school heads association. I shake hands with them. We sit down, work on solutions. And people have suggestions. All they need is trust. That they trust you as a leader, that what you are telling them is going to work. That you don't tell them today, enjoy it tomorrow, or alternatively, you tell them we are running a free system that is working, but you are the one receiving bribes at night. It doesn't work that way. Because you have to walk the talk, live your word, and nothing beats exemplary leadership. Because people will believe your actions more than they will believe your words, as it were. So, my dear friends, I believe we have a great country. And I can tell you this without fear of contradiction or any doubt or hesitation. We will build our country. We need to pull ourselves together. We will resolve the challenges we have. We will fix them. And we will move forward. We are a resilient country. Our people are great. I can give you numerous examples. I was the Minister for Security during COVID. And during COVID-19, it's incredible what I saw, the spirit of the Kenyan people. The Kenyan Association of Manufacturers, there's a woman called Phyllis Wakiaga, if you know her. Fantastic lady, CEO. Kenyan business people donated a water tank for every police station. Wow. Without anybody paying them. And they told me, Minister, we will take the water tanks and so that our police officers can wash their hands. I went to a roadblock at night in Limuru, somewhere there at 1 a.m. to figure out, because that's one of our major routes of movement, so that we are dealing with the spread of infection. And I discovered that a businessman had agreed to supply our police officers on that roadblock with bread. Wow. Every morning, dutifully, that businessman was sending his van with bread to those police officers. And the women around that Limuru area had come together and agreed to make tea for those police officers. In Katani, somewhere in Eastern Province, I went to a roadblock. I spent a Sunday afternoon with some women who really touched my heart. These women had come together and they decided they would cook for the police officers on that roadblock. And they were beautifully putting munga together, cooking for them. One of them, the leader, is a lawyer. That is the spirit of Kenya. That's the Kenya I know. That's why wonderful people, as we go away from here tonight, please, if you forget everything I've said, don't forget this. We are better than what I'm seeing. That's right. Yes, we are better people. We are better people than the management I'm seeing of our country, where thugs carrying weapons are moving side by side with uniformed police officers. We are better people than that. We are a better country. In fact, for us, 62 years after independence, we are a better and decent country. Those are things that are not descriptive of Kenya. Kenya is better than that. And make no mistake, that is not our destiny. That very lowly behavior, that very crazy conduct doesn't speak about Kenya. It's just a group of individuals who believe that they will hold on to power through crude mechanisms like those. But we are majority and we are better people. We will say no and we will resist those things. And move forward and build a strong country. We are better off together. So let's pull together and work as Kenyans. We enjoy being together one with another. I mean, I love all these guys who are seated here for the several hours I've spent here with Dr. Karanja, for example. I've learned a lot. We have even schemed a number of things. I have learned a lot from Mwaura since we started working together and his wife, Dr. Weche, about how we need to now reorganize ourselves, our ideas and messaging and working together. There are so many people in this country. I was the other day talking with Professor Gola and so on, who have got brilliant ideas on what we can do about our country. A while ago, last week, I was having breakfast with some friends of mine, Ahmed Ali and so on, serious guys, and saying, scheming how we can campaign for one of us Kenyan to get a senior job somewhere in some international organization here. You see, that is who we are. That is who we are as a people. You know, we look out for each other. We are together, and we should never, ever, ever accept to be divided, because bad leaders thrive when people are divided.
That's right.
So that they tell you, no, this is ni wa Kikuyu, sijui hawa ni akina nani. That primitive life of saying, oh, sasa hawa ndio kabila hii nataka kusumbua serikali. Hakuna mtu anataka kusumbua serikali. Shida yenu and your weaknesses and your incompetence ndio inasumbua serikali. And that one has no pride. Yeah. Because incompetence is incompetent. Incompetence has no tribe. You can't say, what's the tribal background of incompetence? It's incompetent. What's the tribal background of criminal conduct? That is it. It has no tribal background. You can't say, oh, sasa unajua ni hawa Somali wanajua. There is nobody who thinks that way 62 years after independence. We are one country and we are going to be one country. And my brothers and sisters, let me tell you this. We must say no to those types of things and move forward by faith, armed with the commitment that we must have to our beloved country.